What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video from myself, Ehsan Khan, and on my channel we talk about all things recruitment, and I help people just like yourself start, grow and scale successful six-figure recruitment businesses in their first year. And every single year as a recruiter, I've always built six figures plus. So join me on this journey by clicking the subscribe button now, where you're going to receive notifications every single time I upload a video, which is going to help you to make more money. So make sure you subscribe. And also make sure that you like this video to let YouTube know that this is the type of content that you do like. It helps me spread the word about my channel to other people, and it also lets YouTube know the type of video content to recommend to you. So it's a win-win situation for both of us. And of course, if you find benefit in this video, then make sure you leave a comment below letting us know how this affected you, how this helped you. It'd be great to know and great to start a conversation with you guys as well. And of course, thank you so much to everybody who has already subscribed and shared my previous videos on their groups, on their WhatsApp groups, with chats with friends, etc. And if you haven't done that yet, then make sure that you do. This is only beneficial content to help people out just like you make more money. So what I'm going to do in today's video is I'm going to show you a very, very powerful technique that you can use to start finding more clients that are relevant for you, that you can start sending emails to, that you can start calling, and start to get business from them. So first of all, the premise of this video is that you should be a specialist niche recruiter. So that means that you focus on one job skill set in a particular niche, in a particular market, and that's all you focus on. And if you do that as a starting point, then the rest of your business is going to be much, much easier, because you know exactly the type of person that you're looking to recruit for, and exactly the type of person that they are looking to recruit into their organization. It takes the guessing work out of your day, it takes the guessing work out of your business, it takes the guessing work out of the process that you're putting in. It allows you just to be a specialist in one thing and be known for that one thing. So let's say, for example, I wanted to start my business as a engineering recruiter. And the reason I say engineering is because that's a market that I've worked in for the best part of 10 years. It's the market that I started in, and I've done very, very well in this marketplace. And the reason why I mention engineering is because not many people know that it's a market to actually work. A lot of people work maintenance technician roles, but they don't work the higher level engineering roles. I think most people think that they need to have more knowledge in that field before they can recruit in that field, and ultimately that's not true. There's a process to learning your market, which obviously we go into in the Money Making Academy. But if you haven't got that understanding of your market, it will come if you are a specialist. Think about it. One job title, you're speaking to the same people every single day. You're going to start to learn what it is they're doing, what tools and softwares they use, what processes, the way that they communicate with other people, who they communicate with, etc. All of these things. So look, I don't want to get too much into the theory of this. This is a very practical video where I'm going to actually just show you exactly a process, not the process that I use, but a process that I use to build my client database. So let's get into this. If I just type in mechanical design engineer in the search bar here in LinkedIn, and of course, just to take this one step back, we are using LinkedIn for this video. So if you don't have a LinkedIn account, make sure you set up a LinkedIn account. I think for a recruiter in today's day and age, LinkedIn is imperative. You need to have LinkedIn. So if you don't have a LinkedIn account, make sure you get a LinkedIn account. What you don't need to do is randomly add people just to grow your network, or have fancy text on your name just to attract people and say, oh, we hire top all of that stuff is secondary. You need to have a process for how you use LinkedIn, and that's what I'm going to show you. So when you start LinkedIn, when you open up LinkedIn, obviously you're going to have your home page. What you want to do is right at the top here, where you can see I've typed in mechanical design engineer, you want to type in whatever the job title is that you recruit for. So this could be truck driver, this could be a nurse, a care home nurse, this could be a chief of medicine, this could be a construction manager in a project manager in construction. This could be a construction manager, this could be an engineer, this could be a front-end developer, this could be a back-end developer, this could be whatever, okay? Whatever the job title is that you're recruiting for, that's what this needs to be in your search, okay? So for us in this example, we're looking at mechanical design engineers. So we've typed it into the search bar and we've hit enter. So Once this comes up now, what you want to do is you want to now focus on people. So you can see here in the search that when you do your first basic search, it shows you kind of everything that LinkedIn has connected to mechanical design engineers. So you've got people, which is what we want. You've got jobs, which is also what we want, but just not now. And we've got posts. So this is stuff about the mechanical design engineering market. You've got groups here for mechanical engineers within design, mechanical design engineers using Pro Engineer, mechanical design engineers join 245,000 plus engineering professionals now. So yeah, you can see there's more people, etc. Other useful links, whatever. We don't care about any of these things. What we want is we want to focus on people for today's episode. So let's hit people. And we get a list of just people. So what you want to do now is you want to look at each of their profiles. So let's just open up these 4 guys here. All right, so Yusuf Muhammad, mechanical design engineer at Airedale International Air Conditioning. Cool. So what does this tell us? Why is this useful? The reason why this is so useful is because I've said to myself that I want to be a specialist within mechanical design engineering. So I've looked for mechanical design engineers on LinkedIn, looked at the people, I've opened up a few profiles. Now what these profiles will tell me, and this is what usually just blows people's minds. It's a very simple thing that I'm about to say, but when I say it, it's going to make so much sense to you guys. So when you look at these people's profiles, you will see wherever they've been a mechanical design engineer. And that's powerful because wherever they've been a mechanical design engineer, those companies hire for mechanical design engineers. So let's take this as an example. So we can see here that Airedale International Air Conditioning, Clade Engineering Systems, A1 Engineering Solutions, let's forget Atkins for the second, Rotork. Yeah, let's look at those. Let's be quite specific on this, right? So mechanical systems engineer is, a bit different. Mechanical design test engineer is also different. Would they hire mechanical design engineers? Most likely, yeah, most likely. Maybe Mentor Graphics I would look into a little bit further. But Atkins I wouldn't. Atkins is too big. Atkins is one of those companies that a lot of you guys think is the type of business that you want to go after, but it really, really isn't. When you have these huge organizations, these big companies, you don't have any control. You're dealing with HR, you're dealing with very, very low fees. You have almost no direct communication with the line manager to actually get the right information from them and also sell back to them. And what happens is you get the information from the HR who are not specialists in understanding the role that they're getting, that they're gathering the requirements for the recruiters. And also when you're selling in the candidates, you're selling in to the HR, you're not selling in directly to the line manager. And so what will happen is that HR is just going to ignore what you say and go to the line manager and just give the CVs without really influencing in any way, shape or form. Okay, so the reason why these other ones look great is because they're not huge organizations. I could probably speak directly to the line manager in these ones. And yeah, so let's look at these. So now what you want to do, so let's just say, let's have a look at these other guys for a second. So Shoaib Rakanje. So again, Safran, that's a big company, but Safran is an organization for all intents and purposes. If I'm looking at this, I would look at Safran and be like, okay, cool, Safran, they hire mechanical design engineers. Fantastic. That's another company that we can go after. Jack Spiller works for E2S warning signals at the moment. Where else does he work? He's worked for Wheelwright. Okay, cool. All right, so Wheelwright, and he's got a little bit less experience. So Wheelwright and E2S warning signals. Again, 2 more companies that we can go after. Mohammed Amin Saeed Farouk lives in the West Midlands. Cool. All right. So you can see here, he's a mechanical design engineer. He works for Briggs Brothers Engineers. Cool. All right. Pretty straightforward. I mean, obviously I know what I'm looking at here, and I can see here just from his little blurb of what they do and what he's doing there that this would actually be a really easy company to find people for, because what they're doing is quite normal for mechanical design engineers who come from that type of experience. So, yeah, great company. So now what am I going to do with these? So what you want to do, and guys, if you're not building a client database for yourself, and by client database I mean, just a spreadsheet which says first name, surname, job title, which company, email address. That's it, really. And then you can add a field for comments. When you speak to them, you can type in the comments there to add tracking to that as well. If you guys are struggling with creating a spreadsheet or anything like that, drop me a message over on Facebook, and I have a spreadsheet called the 300 list, which has all the fields, all the columns already pre-laid out for you, so that you just need to insert those bits of data into it. So yeah, so get in touch with me if you want to get a copy of that. Of course, again, the Money Making Academy students all have that to hand. But anyway, so look, so now let's take this one step further, right? So we've got our LinkedIn account. We know our niche. First of all, we know our niche. We know what we're focusing on. We go to LinkedIn. We search that specific type of skill set into LinkedIn. We look at the people with that job title, and then we look at those those candidates, we look at their companies that they worked for, right? So that's the stage we're at the moment. Let's take this one step further then. And I've never been to Briggs Brothers Engineers. I actually haven't come across them before. I don't work too much in the Midlands area, so it's going to be it's the chances of it being new quite high. Okay, cool. Precision components. All right, cool. All right, I know what they're doing, and a lot of people do this. So again, I can just look at these things here. Like, I can just look at what they're actually designing, and I'll know the type of person that they would want to hire, or I would know how to sell in a person that they would want to hire. Right? And again, I've got no experience or background in mechanical design engineering other than as a recruiter. So for the fact that I can just look at this and say, hey, I know exactly what they're going to be looking for. They're going to be looking for somebody with SolidWorks experience, but they could take any 3D CAD package, and I know that for a fact. The main thing that they're going to be looking for is somebody who's got experience designing precision components or components of any type. Most likely there'll be some element of geometric dimensioning and tolerances that they'll need to have an experience of to get into this, and possibly electromechanical enclosures experience as well, working with a lot of enclosures. So yeah, just looking at this would be great. And if we go down here, okay, cool. So most likely this guy Mohammed is reporting to this guy here, Richard Clark, the managing director. So we look at his, I bet you he was an engineer before. No. Wow. Okay, cool. Fair enough. So this guy has really worked his way up from a works manager all the way to the managing director. And yeah, so he is most likely the person that we want to get involved with, that we want to. Oh, look, there you go. There's a job lead as well if anybody wants it. So yeah, there you go. That's a manager now that you can target, you can send CVs to, and you know what he looks for. You know that this person hires mechanical design engineers, so send him mechanical design engineers. We can take another example here. So let's do Yusuf, and let's do Airedale, right? So let's look at Airedale International Air Conditioning Limited. So again, air conditioning, you're going to want to look for people with experience in HVAC. That is what they'd be looking for. And again, we know who we want to find. We want to find the engineering manager. We want to find, possibly the managing director. In a lot of these engineering firms, it's a very flat structure because these companies don't tend to have too many people in their technical team. Maybe they'll have like 5 or 6 in their engineering team. So the engineers to the managing director is quite a flat structure. So, oh, child engineer and director. Let's see. Yeah, cool. All right. So, all right. So look, it says here that he's the technical director for Airedale International Air Conditioning, as well as the R&D and engineering director for Vertiv. So more than likely, what this is Vertiv is an offshoot of Airedale. So yeah, so he's been technical director there for the last 11 years, as well as being the engineering director here for the last 4 years. So that tells me that these two companies are linked together, and they probably manufacture and develop in the same site. We don't know this as a fact, but ultimately we can find that out. He's still here with Airedale International Air Conditioning. So we'd want to add him, get in contact with him, and we know what he looks for. We know what he looks for, because if you want, you can just go back to this guy's profile and see his background, and you can see, okay, where does he come from, what experience does he have, and you can send somebody who looks similar to this person over to them. So look, guys, that's a very, very simple way for you to start building your business, to start building your client database. And your client database is what's really going to make you money, and building the relationships with those clients is also going to help you in droves. The best way to build a relationship with a person is to give them value, right? So if you're speaking to anybody, if you're seeing anybody, you want to give them value. There's a reason why, guys take girls out on nice fancy dates, for the first, second, third dates, because they want to show, like, this is the value that I have, this is my status, this is what I can do for you. So you want to show that same thing to your clients. You want to show to them, look, this is the value that I can bring to you. I've got CVs, for days. I've got CVs that I can send to you that are going to be spot on, right on the money for what you're looking for. And you're not going to have a problem when it comes to hiring, because I'm a specialist and I know exactly who to find for you. So look, guys, a very, very powerful technique that can be used. I call this LinkedIn stripping. So you are stripping the company names and the manager names from these businesses using people's LinkedIn profiles. So make sure that you're implementing this into your business on a daily basis. And I promise you that you're going to start making more money. So thanks so much for watching, guys. If you have enjoyed this, then like I said at the start of the video, make sure that you subscribe, make sure that you like the video, make sure that you leave a comment below, and you share this with anybody else who you know is going to benefit from this content. And if there's any other type of content that you'd like, any other questions that you might have, then feel free to either drop me a message in the Tribe of Recruiters Facebook group, which you can join using the link below. You can drop me a message on Facebook, or you can leave a comment below here on YouTube. And the other thing that I wanted to mention to you guys is that if you are looking for a way to become a successful recruiter, if you're looking for a way to start generating 5 figures every single month and 6 figures every single year for your recruitment business, then I want you to book a call with me so that I can give you clarity on how to become successful as a recruiter. Don't waste your time. This is your time. This is your life. Both things are very limited. And ultimately, this is your money that you're leaving on the table if you don't book a call with me and you don't get the right information to start building your business in the right way. So make sure that you do that as soon as possible. Don't waste any time. I want to hear from as many of you guys as possible, and I want to help as many of you guys as possible personally on a one-to-one basis. So book that free call with me now, and I'll look forward to speaking to you then. If you've enjoyed this video, do all the other things I've said below: like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.